Breaking news as we come on the air. Former President Jimmy Carter died at the age of 100. He had been in hospice care since 2023. ABC's Karen Travers looks back at his life.
When Americans elected Jimmy Carter the 39th President of the United States, it was a vote for something new.
So help me God.
James Earl Carter was born in Plains, Georgia, October 1st, 1924. In 1946, he graduated near the top of his class at the U.S. Naval Academy, married Rosalind Smith, and served on the nation's developing nuclear submarine program. He returned to Georgia to run the family business, a peanut farm, and launched a political career that took him from the local school board to the governor's mansion.
I, Jimmy Carter, do solemnly swear.
Then, in 1976,
My name is Jimmy Carter, and I'm running for president.
Carter defeated Gerald Ford in a race for the Oval Office. Carter's single term was marked by a lagging economy and a nationwide energy shortage. Inflation climbed to 15% in 1980, and Carter's approval rating plunged. He blamed the nation's problems on what he called a malaise in the American spirit.
It is a crisis that strikes at the very heart and soul and spirit of our national will.
Internationally, President Carter was influential in efforts to make peace in the Middle East, encouraging a treaty between Israel and Egypt with the Camp David Accords. But the event that seemed to doom his presidency was the taking of 52 American hostages at the U.S. Embassy in Iran. They were held for 444 days, released just hours after Carter left office. Yet Carter launched a post-presidency that many would consider more productive than his 4 years in office. In 1981, he established the Carter Center, sponsoring programs to promote human rights in the Third World and monitoring elections in developing democracies. The former president and his wife volunteered their time and energy building low-income housing for Habitat for Humanity. In 1997, Carter was asked about his legacy.
But I would hope that 50 years from now, whatever, that people would associate the words peace and human rights with my name.
It was this work that in 1999 earned him the Presidential Medal of Freedom, and in 2002, the Nobel Peace Prize, leaving many Americans remembering him best for his achievements after the White House. Karen Travers, ABC News.
Ohio Governor Mike DeWine is sharing his condolences after former President Carter's death. DeWine wrote in a statement, quote, President Carter lived his faith through his public life, and he had one of the most impactful post-presidencies in American history. He dedicated his life to humanitarian work, including the building of the housing through Habitat for Humanity, for which he became synonymous. He founded the Carter Center to support democracy and fight disease across the globe. Governor DeWine adds, Fran and I extended our sincerest condolences to President Carter's children, Jack, James, Donald, and Amy, and his many grandchildren and great-grandchildren.